So we're in that part of the off season where there's pretty much nothing going to be happening until teams finalize their rosters and do their last few imports. So I thought it would be fun to do something that I did last year, something that I'll probably end up doing next year, and that is decide who my Boomer squad will be for the LA Olympics in 2020. I do think it has changed a fair bit since last year, so this is probably going to be like a yearly thing just to see where I think players are at and where I think players will end up being in a few years' time. The Olympics is 3 years away, so there is time for a lot of these guys to like fully develop, and this probably will change by next year, but we will see how we go. Also, let me know who you think is going to be in the Olympics in 3 years' time. I know it's very far away, but you know what? A lot of Australian talent is getting better and better, so it's a lot more fun to do this. It's not just like a set in stone thing. I feel like there's only like 5 or 6 guys that are guaranteed a spot already. And there's also other things that could change it in the future, but you know what? We'll just go from what we're looking at here and now. Let's get into it. So I think the obvious two that are definitely going to be there no matter what will be Josh Giddey and Dyson Daniels, or Josh Guddy as I like to apparently spell it. I think the two other locks that are definitely going to be there will be like a Dante Exum and a Jock Landau. I feel like they kind of etch their names in stone. I think they're going to like continue to be those rotational players in the NBA that really helps them solidify them as like these stars and like these the best players for Australia. Plus the veteran leadership that they will provide. Now let's get into the rest of the squad, which I feel like could be like interchangeable with a lot of other players. I'm going to like bring up a list later, but we'll talk about who we got right now. Let's talk about the number 2 guard I got. I got Tyrese Proctor. I think he's going to be the shooting guard. I think Dyson's going to switch into the 3. I think it just works a lot better having like a proper shooter. He's going to turn into a great 3D player, Tyrese Proctor. So I think he's like fits that kind of mold where they need to be. And then Jack McVeigh is my other starter just to help continue with that shooting around Josh Giddey and Dyson Daniels. I think Giddey's offense is going to get a lot better in the coming years if he stays the ball. Let's see how that goes. And Dyson's offense is also improving. So I think like the 2 shooters around them and then Jock Landau who can shoot the 3 and also just do like the pick and roll stuff. I think it's like a good fit for that starting 5 for them. I also have a sneaky feeling that either Tyrese Proctor or Johnny Furphy are going to be that go-to scorer for Australia, so that's why both of them are on this squad. Still going to be super young. They'll be like, what, 23, 24 by this time, but I think it's like they're the perfect fit and like the future Paddy Mills of the team. Then on the bench, I got Dante as my point guard, Johnny Furphy, Matisse Thybulle, Ben Simmons, and Will Magnate. Yes, I have Ben Simmons. I still am going to continue to believe. He's not even on an NBA roster, but I'm still believing that he's going to be there. I think Thybulle got hard done by. I think his defense is going to carry him, and like Australia's realised he needs to be on this squad. Will Magnate, I think he's like the best backup center we have at the moment. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon if he stays healthy. And then the 2 extras, Delhi, I think that veteran leadership, that kind of like the Joe Ingles, I think he just slots in there. I know you could go like, oh, we need the future. The future is now at this point, and all the guys that are there, they are the future now. And I think Lockie Ulbrich is just going to prove himself too good not to be on this squad. Give him a year, 2 way of the Bulls, give him like a few years like as an actual NBA player, I think he'll definitely be there. These are all the honorable mentions. These are all the guys that could potentially be there, but probably will not end up being there. It was so hard